Hi guys, welcome to today's vlog. Should we start out with a little grocery haul? This is the most fun. Oh, let me start by saying, hey, I'm Healthy Emmie. I'm a nutritionist, a weight loss specialist, and the creator of Slim, the all-inclusive platform where you get a custom meal plan, custom workout plan, everything that you could need in order to succeed, daily meditations, daily journal topics, access to me. You can have group calls with me and talk to me directly, and I can tell you exactly what to do. So if you're interested in that, click the link in the down bar. Whether you want to lose weight, gain muscle, maintain your weight, this is the place for you. All right, little grocery haul time. So first, I am having some friends over and I really want to show them how incredible this product is. I won't force them to have it, but we are going to be making sandwiches and I figure why not, they could have a veggie sandwich, they'd be totally happy with it, but why not grant them the opportunity to make it into a steak sandwich or make it into a chicken sandwich with the meaty products. I absolutely love these. They are just made from mushrooms. There's no oil added. They have a creepily meaty texture. I had some of my friends try it at a birthday party recently, and she goes, this is from a girl that literally eats anything. She goes, dare I say, I actually like the taste of this better than I like the taste of chicken. I also am somebody who meat freaks me out and I don't get freaked out by these. So they're unbelievable products. You've got to try them. On my way home, I stopped at the Asian market. And at the Asian market, I love to get edamame. Edamame is a great source. Well, it's soy, which is great for hormone regulation. And it's a great source of protein and fiber. It's also a great healthy snack if you have kids. Steam up some edamame, throw some sea salt on there. Kids love it. Next up, I got this wild brine. We are going to my parents' house this weekend for eggplant sandwiches. We're actually going for a concert and my dad is making eggplant sandwiches. So I wanted to get sauerkraut and I wanted to get a raw one that has the probiotics because I want everybody to try it. And if they like it, they can start adding this into their diet and they can add some probiotics into their diet. Next, I got artichokes. Oh my gosh, I love artichokes. I just saw them recently and I had a hankering for them. My Aunt Lorraine, God rest her soul, she used to make these every Easter and they remind me of her so much. But I might have it today. We will see. I don't know what I'm gonna end up having for lunch. It's one of two things. It's either going to be a wrap or soup. So we'll see. I like to steam these up. Great source of prebiotics. So there are prebiotics and probiotics. Probiotics are living gut bacteria, but prebiotics are what the probiotics eat. So when you eat artichokes, you're helping feed your good gut bacteria. All right, and then we've got 2 pounds of organic bell peppers each. So 4 pounds of organic bell peppers. Like I said, I'm having friends over and we're gonna do veggie sandwiches. So these are a great thing to cut in half and put them on the grill, especially now that it's warm enough to be able to do that. I also got onions that we can grill up for the sandwiches, lettuce for the sandwiches. One of my favorite foods in the world, potatoes, and everyone loves potatoes. So I'm gonna roast those up, throw on some rosemary and some sea salt, and we can have those for our sides of the sandwiches. Okay guys, here is my updated supplement routine, my morning and my evening lineup. So first thing in the morning, of course, because I don't want to forget, it has to be the first thing I do. It is my vitamin B12 and my vitamin D3 supplements. Let me tell you why I take these and then tell you why I choose to take these ones. So I am on a plant-based diet, which means I don't eat animal products. Animal products have B12 because animals eat soil, and within the soil there are bacteria. There's B12 in the soil. Also today, honestly, most animals are just injected with B12 so that they have B12 in them, and that is why animal products have B12. Vegetarian vegan diets, you're not going to get B12 because we don't drink from streams anymore. Due to modern sanitization practices, we're not eating food that still has soil on it. We're not getting the B12 that we would have gotten back in the day. So it's not that there's something missing from what our, from a vegan diet. It's that due to modern practices, we just don't naturally get it anymore. So I make sure to supplement with vitamin B12. I also supplement with vitamin D3. Vitamin D you get from the sun. Well, we don't need to get into the science. It's actually it acts sort of like a hormone. But the bottom line is that if you don't see much of the sun, or if you're like me and you protect your skin from the sun, or if you have a darker skin tone, if you're black, or also, even within the Latinx population, you may not have very high vitamin D levels because you have natural protectant within your skin. So I supplement with vitamin D3 because I wear tons of sunscreen. I protect my skin from the sun. So I was deficient in vitamin D before I started supplementing. Why do I take this brand, which is my brand of Slim supplements? Because I was asked, I actually just told this story this weekend. I was at a bachelorette party and I told this story. I am the life of the party. That my clients, who I love dearly, were asking me for a recommendation for vitamin B12 and vitamin D3 supplements. And I couldn't find one that I felt comfortable trusting because all the ones that I found on the market truly were nasty. They had added unnecessary fillers and oils and sugar and GMOs. They weren't even vegan. I was finding B12s that were made with gelatin. There were vitamin Ds that weren't vegan. They were made from sheep's wool. So I wanted to make one that was clean, premium, vegan ingredients, no oils, no GMOs, no gross stuff. So I take these. The next thing that I've been absolutely obsessed with, I don't even know if this product is out yet, but once it is, make it happen. It is the Apothecary Rescue Bloat. This is something that I take after my first meal of the day. It helps with reducing bloating and improving digestion after you eat. And honestly, I love the taste too. It's kind of like a breath freshener. It's like minty. I'm gonna take it now. I don't even need to take it right now. It just tastes good. It's a good post-breakfast breath freshener. But it can help with relieving gas or discomfort or pain that's associated with bloating after a meal. So this is linked down below. I believe I have a discount code. If you use Emmy, you can get a discount. I'll link it below if it's out yet. If it's not out yet, then I'll tell you about their other products that I love. And then I've been loving the mixed berry flavor of the Live It Up greens. I also will link this down below. I love this because it contains probiotics. After I have my tea in the morning and want to have something that I know, again, I'm like the digestion queen, obsessed with digestion. I love having this because it contains 5 billion CFU per serving, which is fantastic. You could make like sort of an iced tea with it. You can just drink it with water. You can even add it to like a plant-based milk. If you drink juice, you could add it to juice. I have the normal flavor as well. I actually like the normal flavor at nighttime. I don't know why. The normal flavor feels cozy to me, but during the day, the mixed berry makes you feel like alive. It's morning. Wild berry flavor, like let's get this day going. So love this. Okay, now let's talk about nighttime. Oh my gosh, I want to take these because they taste so good. I just went to Austin, Texas for a bachelorette. I brought this with me as well. Thank God I did, because bachelorette parties are so fun. There's so much going on, and the sleep time that you have is very limited, and you want to make sure you make the most of that sleep time. So I wanted to make sure that I got a really restful night's sleep while I was there. And when you sleep in other places too, your body just naturally doesn't sleep as well. I wanted to have high energy during the day. I really needed to make sure that I fell asleep quickly and I was in a deep sleep quickly. These products, 11 out of 10. The wind down is my absolute favorite. It tastes so good. It's a relaxing hack. So it's an alternative to individuals that drink wine in order to, kind of have a nightcap and fall asleep. So this alternative is stress soothing. It allows you to just fall asleep quickly. I feel like I'm in a coma when I sleep and I take this. And then this is the Take the Edge Off. So this is to help with de-stressing and sort of the white wine, if you will, that helps you take the edge off at the end of the day. So, like I said, at the bachelorette party, like there's so much going on, very stimulated. These I took at nighttime and I slept beautifully. So I've been taking these every night, and this is my updated routine. Healthy vegan cheese haul. If you've been keeping up with my Taste Test Tuesdays, you know I'm the healthy snack queen, self-given title. But the minute details aren't important. In my last vlog, and I've shown before, I love me some Credo queso. It was the first cheese sauce that I found that didn't have oil. Most vegan cheeses are just straight oil, super high calorie, not good stuff. But I was posting about Credo queso, and Credo queso slid into my DMs. They sent me a little care package. I haven't looked yet, and I'm very excited. Okay, wait, I fear this isn't oil-free. Okay. Swing and a miss. This is okay, because I can gift this. So we have a couple things here that unfortunately aren't oil-free, but most of their products are. So we have some Cheese Whiz style cheese, which I can gift. I've never seen anything like this, but just beware, those ones are not oil-free. But for some people, it might be totally appropriate. Then we got the goods. This is my We Are Simpatico. The Credo oat milk queso, no oil, 30 calories for two tablespoons. I've been using this as a dressing lately for my wraps. It's a good salad dressing, honestly. I'll have it on nachos when I bake corn tortillas, put that on top, or I'll use it as a salad dressing. And then I don't think I've tried the more orange one. So this is the queso blanco, but this is queso medium. I want to try this one today, but I should save it for a Taste Test Tuesday. Like, which is the better queso? Yeah, I'm gonna save it for a Taste Test Tuesday. You'll have to wait and see. Okay, they have pasta sauce. Alfredo Rosa. Once again, no oil. I bet you this is good because it's a pumpkin seed butter base. And then, ooh, roasted garlic Alfredo. Once again, oil-free. I might film my Taste Test Tuesday for this right now because I've got the camera set up. I think we'll just go for it. We're approaching lunchtime, which means I have 3 important things to talk to you about. If you're keeping up with my vlogs, first of all, I love you. You will know that I talked about my wrap situation. For Black Friday, I bought a bunch of wraps because they were on sale and put them in my freezer, and they're nearing their time. Their time is coming, so I need to eat through them. On top of that, I am going away tomorrow for a friend's bachelorette party in Austin, Texas, and I have a lot of food in my fridge that I don't want to go bad. All of this means that I am being forced against my will to eat through the foods that are in my fridge so that they don't go bad, which also means that there have been many times over the past week where I've said, you know, it'd be so good right now, potatoes or sweet potatoes or soup, but that's a no-no because I need to eat through the food that is in my fridge. I bring this up because I know a lot of people watching this video find themselves in a position where you want to have food A, whether it's takeout or fast food or there's junk food in your fridge or whatever it is, but you need to eat the healthy food. And maybe you've even prepared the healthy food and it sits in your fridge. I have a lot of clients who say, I'll prepare the healthy food, I put it in my fridge and then I throw it out. I don't end up eating it. Here's what I've learned over the past week. Number 1, the Emmieism that I always say is so true. The Emmieism of what you eat today, you crave tomorrow. Because something funny has happened. I've been forcing myself to eat these wraps, to eat through them. And wouldn't you know, now I want more wraps. Now I'm nearing the end of my wraps and I'm saying, I might need to buy more wraps because I'm really loving these. I'm really enjoying them. Second thing that I've confirmed is true. We are going to eat in our lifetime about 100,000 meals in our lifetime. You're not going to remember what you ate. Try to think about what you ate 3 Tuesdays ago or 6 Wednesdays ago for lunch, or name the whole day. You're not going to remember it. So a week from now, I can either come back from this trip a week from now and I can feel really proud of myself and really accomplished, and there's no food in the fridge that's gone bad and I have a clean fridge and I've ate through it and I haven't wasted money. Or a week from now, I can get back from the trip and I can be frustrated with myself. I can feel regret and just, oh, why didn't I just eat through that food? It doesn't matter to me today. Those days are gone. The delayed gratification is the best feeling, but A week from now, if you find yourself in this place where you're like, I know I need to eat the healthy food, but I keep eating the unhealthy stuff. A week from now, you're either gonna feel really proud of yourself or you're gonna feel really frustrated with yourself. You're either going to be 1 step, 7 steps closer to the version of yourself you wanna be, or you're gonna have taken 7 steps backwards. There's no staying the same. Every meal, you either bring yourself closer to your goals or you pull yourself even further away from your goals. The 10 minutes of enjoying a meal is not worth the regret, the frustration, the health complications. It's not worth it. It feels so much better in the future to be able to look back and say, look at what I did. I've never had a client regret a healthy meal. You're never gonna regret making the right choice. All that to say, I fear I may end up buying more wraps. We'll see. So don't make the choice of what you want right now. Make the choice of what you want in the future. Your choice right now has to be dependent on what you want for yourself a month, a year, 5 years from now, not what you want right in this moment. Don't confuse what you want right now with what you want the most. Who would have thought having some wraps for lunch would bring about this wisdom? The wrap is underway. By the way, it's freezing, so I put on a sweater. The wrap is underway, but what I'm currently doing is I always go to the grocery store with my canvas totes. I have a ton of them. I got them on Amazon. I'll link them down below. I've used these for years. I got these when I got my house. So I got these in 2020. It's 2025. So I've had these for 5 years. They hold up so well. They need to be washed every so often. What I love about canvas totes is that you can throw them in the washing machine compared to if you get, you know, from like Whole Foods or Trader Joe's, they have those like sort of plasticky ones. Like, I don't know about throwing those in the wash. And we know that there ends up being some gunk in these. And believe it or not, I think I'm actually gonna use one of these to pack because I think I'm gonna bring some produce with me to Texas. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But I've just turned all of these inside out because that's the part that really needs to be washed. And we're gonna go wash these. And let me show you the detergent that I use as well. I am a huge fan of these, as you can see. I literally am on like my last one, but I have plenty of boxes stacked up. They're the Eco's plant-powered laundry detergent sheets. What I love is they are so mess-free. You just take one of these, it kind of feels like a piece of felt, and you throw it in the wash. And so you don't have to mess around with the detergent, and it's plastic-free. There's no dyes, there's no formaldehyde. I love these, and they smell, I like the lavender vanilla flavor. They smell so good. Okay, so now we're gonna go back in time a little bit to some other clips that I recorded earlier this week. So let's watch those now. I am about to head out to Austin, Texas, about to go to the airport, and I wanna show you guys the lineup because it's kind of funny. I'm actually packing all of this in my suitcase. Okay, let's start with the apothecary. So the ones that I use, that I've been using before I go to bed, which make me sleep like I'm in a coma. These two. I started with the wind down, and then I tried to take the edge off. These two, especially when I'm traveling and in a situation like this, you know, there's a lot of girls and a lot of energy. This is something that is gonna be so helpful. And then the Rescue Bloat, you know, when you're traveling, digestion's a little bit off, so I'm gonna be using this as well. These are linked in the description bar. All right, then I have packed for myself. I had to separate it into two, but this is my wraps that I've been having, so I packed those. We're gonna land around 1:30 Central Time. That'll be 2:30 for me, and so it's just gonna be, you know, I don't know what's gonna happen with lunch, and people have to check bags, and so I'm just gonna bring my lunch with me, and I will rest knowing that I have it. Now, this is where it gets kind of funny. This stuff is gonna go bad by the time I get back. It might go bad in my suitcase, but I would rather try to bring it with me and see how it goes as opposed to come home to rotten food. So I'm literally bringing with me lettuce, onions, and peppers that I hopefully will be able to, they'll be able to make it to Austin. Sometimes when I put in my suitcase, they just like rot in my suitcase. But yeah, these are coming with me, and I'm hopefully gonna be able to eat them when I'm there. Something else that I always do on trips, and I just completed it, is I always do my normal morning run and my morning movement. So I just went for a nice long run. It is so hot in Texas. I love it. I'm sweating. I love a good sweat. You can see my hair is crazy. But just went for a nice long run. Now I'm cooling off, walking. I'm actually working while I'm walking. So, responding to emails, posts, all of that on my phone while I am walking. I'm gonna get pretty much all my steps in the morning. But we're gonna be sitting around the pool, and then actually later we're going to brunch, and then we are going to a pole dancing class. It's a bachelorette party, so just doing silly stuff. So yeah, getting in all my steps now so that I can, really get in a good workout. Then I'm going to use the Slim app to do an at-home workout when I get back. And yeah, keeping my morning movement intact, not sacrificing on that. This just came to me. A lot of people have digestive issues when they travel, and a big part of that, I was sitting on a plane for like 4.5 hours yesterday. You just do so much sitting, you're dehydrated, you don't drink as much. It's so funny, I drank like 2 liters of water literally within 4 hours last night, and I didn't pee once because I was just so dehydrated from traveling, and you don't get much water when you're on the plane. All of this to say, morning movement is something that's going to keep your digestion regular and support that. So getting in morning movement is key here. Get your lymphatic system pumping. When you're on a plane too, you can get puffy, you can have water retention. And so the lymphatic system it doesn't have a pump like the circulatory system. You have a heart that pumps the circulatory system, but the lymphatic system, you got to get pumping, you got to get moving. So morning movement is going to do that. Yeah, so I went to Austin, Texas for a bachelorette party for one of my closest friends, and I talked about in my last vlog how I was recording a podcast about my tips and what I do while I travel. Well, now I'm back, and I wanted to share with you some tips that I took on this trip, because every trip is a little bit different, and to be able to have that flexibility is important in terms of how you approach it. So I'm going to share with you 3 tips that I did on this trip, and hopefully they help you. The first thing, I planned my meals ahead of time. So we sort of had a rough itinerary of what we were going to be doing for the bachelorette. We knew we were going to be on a boat this day, and we were going to go to, this bar this day. So I had it mapped out, and I was able to find little slivers of time where I would be able to prep my meals for the day and bring them with me. So we were out on a boat all day, for example. So I already planned ahead of time. I'm going to wake up that morning. I'm going to make myself a wrap, make myself a sandwich, and bring it on the boat. And I wasn't afraid to bring food with me. And I'll give you an example. We were going to be out at bars, and we were just going to be out walking around. So I brought a sandwich with me, and one of the bars you're allowed to bring inside food in, so I could bring my food in there. I could have the sandwich there. I literally ate a wrap while I was walking around Texas. I'll show you a clip of that right now. And part of this is just having the confidence to do what is absolutely the best thing for you, because you want to show up as the best version of yourself. So not doing things just because everybody else is doing them. If it doesn't disturb anybody else, I'm not disturbing anybody by walking around having my wrap. This doesn't hurt anybody. It doesn't mess up anybody's plans. I'm minding my own business, and it allows me to have energy. We did a dance class right after that, so I wanted to have energy for that. I also would eat on my own time. So I'm going to insert a clip here now of right when I landed, actually. I packed a wrap for the airport because, like I said, I wasn't sure what the situation was going to be with what time we land, what if the flight gets delayed. And I was so happy that I did that, because when we got back to the Airbnb, we were all sitting outside at the pool, and I was able to just take out my wrap and eat it there. And I was eating, and other people weren't eating at that time, but my body needed fuel, and I ate at a time when it worked for me and I was able to have some downtime. And if other people were eating at a certain time, or they were eating at a certain time, my eating schedule would not affect anybody else. So I ate what was best for me and when it was good for me. And I made sure, of course, the number one priority is making sure the bride is happy, and nothing that I did food-wise disrupted that at all. And so that was something I was cool with. So we were all just hanging out by the pool. This was an opportunity for me to have something that felt really great for me. And so I did exactly that. I know that when you're in these situations, it can feel awkward to eat different from what other people are eating. But listen, at the end of the day, people are most concerned with what's going on with them. And when we look back on this bachelorette trip, you know what we're going to remember? We're going to remember crying, laughing. We have so many memories. We went out on the boat. We dressed up as grandmas one night. We played games. We had such a great time. Nobody is going to remember when Emily was eating her wrap by the pool? Guys, nobody's going to remember that. So doing what's best for me, and I'm so happy that I did because I felt great the entire trip. The second thing is recognizing that nobody's going to cater to me. And thank God, because I'm so self-sufficient. I hate when people try to cater to me. I'm like, oh, we need to go somewhere that's good for you or whatever. At this point, people know that I take care of myself, and taking ownership for your health and never expecting others to, oh, you know, we need to eat somewhere where Emily can eat, or are you taking care of, or do you have food? Don't expect people to do that. Especially at the bachelorette, like, this is not about me. This is about the bride. This is about one of my best friends. So I'm going to make sure that I am taken care of. That's something that I'm going to do on my own time. I'm not going to expect that this is going to be a schedule that's going to align perfectly with how I run my day. And that's okay, because this is not about me. Nobody's going to stop and cater to me. And that's a good mentality to take through your entire life. Is nobody's going to come save you. Like, you got to do this for you, and you need to find time to make your meals. You need to bring them with you. You need to make sure that you're taken care of, because people aren't going to do it for you. And then the last thing is being okay with your routine not being what it usually is, knowing that you're going to get home, you're going to be able to go back to your routine. I ate the same wrap for pretty much every meal while I was there, because those are the ingredients that I had on hand. I wasn't going to go do an entire grocery haul and have all these ingredients that I was going to leave in Texas when I flew back to Boston. But that's okay to do in the short term. I enjoyed every meal that I had, and it was the same one. I was okay with that. But my regular routine of having more diverse things and having my Ninja Creamies and having my tea regularly, those types of things can wait. And there will be, guess what? I got home, my Ninja Creamy was right there waiting for me. So it's not a scenario where what you're doing on that trip is what you are going to do for the rest of your life. It's okay if things are a little bit off, if you don't eat as many vegetables as you normally do, if even your digestion is a little bit off. It is temporary. And one of the main purposes of eating this way is so that you can have a little wiggle room to do these things. If on this trip I wanted to indulge and have some foods that I don't normally have, I could have. My body, I eat so well that there's wiggle room in terms of my health and being okay with that. But it doesn't make me feel great. My digestion would be sluggish. I'd feel like junk. I wouldn't want to do it. But all of that being said, it's okay if things are off for a few days. All of this healthy food is going to be right there waiting for you when you get back. Also, guys, like I said, we had a boat day, so I took some of these solely fruit snacks with me. I have the mango guava and the mango strawberry gummies. And the way that the boats work in Austin, Texas is that you link up with other boats and you just meet people and hang out. And there were these guys on the other boat, and I was giving them some of the gummies, and they're like, how can you be healthy and eat gummies? You eat candy. They didn't realize that these were so healthy because they taste so good. So it says on here, there's only 2 ingredients. These are really great for travel, solely fruit. I did a taste test Tuesday on my channel of some of their products. These are really top-notch things to throw into your bag when you're in situations like that. You're traveling, airports, you want something that's not going to go bad. And 60 calories per pouch, like, such a great option. Also wanted to show you guys, because as you know, I am the soup queen these days, these super cubes. So these are fantastic
my lighting died. Let me tell you about these. So they are 1 cup freezable trays, and they are 100% food grade silicone. There's no BPA, there's no lead, they're dishwasher safe. They're actually oven safe as well, up to 450 degrees. So here's what you do. You batch cook soup, you put it into these single serve 1 cup trays, and then you put it in the freezer. It can stay in there for months. So now there's no excuse. One day a month, you batch cook a bunch of soup, you put it in here, you put it in the freezer, and it doesn't have to just be soup. You could do rice, you could do beans, you could do vegetables. I'm so happy with this purchase. It's great to do if you're going on a trip. Batch cook soup, put it in these cubes, put it in the freezer, and then when you get home, you have food at the ready, because that's a big problem too. I know a lot of my clients say that that's a problem. They get back, the trip is fine. Then they get back from the trip, and the trip turns into a month-long, whatever session, where they're just eating whatever. Get those. I'll link them down below.
All right, guys, if you made it to this point of the vlog, here is the question of the day. What was the last song you heard? For me, it is Frank Sinatra, Fly Me to the Moon. I was making a reel for my wedding dresses that I tried on but didn't choose, and I thought that was the perfect song to go with it. So leave a comment and let me know. And I love you, honeys. I'll see you in my next vlog.